everybody. I'm Mike.
And I'm Maria, and this
This is
is
Talk
Talk
Alley.
Alley. I hope our listeners and viewers are having a wonderful weekend. Today is the final game for the Europe Cup, right?
Yes, that's right.
Who's your bet, Mike?
It's Italy, of course. Italy versus
Italy.
England. So there's so many rumors about England weren't really playing fair.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love
Not
Italy.
just a rumor. I told you about it because we were watching the last game and they were
Yes.
so aggressive.
Yes,
Yeah, because it's their home
I was just
turf.
being nice right now. So yes, I'm for Italy. I love Italy, the country, and the people there.
Yeah, I'm for Italy, just for the game, for the team, and good luck on your game later. Woo, go Italy!
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, sports cafe and restaurants are fully booked right now, and so we hope that everybody stays safe as well when they watch later.
Yes, we were trying to get some seats later at Papatoni. We'll check in again there, but everything is booked out.
Yeah, everything is full, so everybody, please social
Yes,
distancing,
stay
stay
safe.
safe. We still have COVID everywhere, so please be careful, especially those who haven't been vaccinated yet.
Okay, Maria, this episode supported by amazing pure organic barley, which provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.de for more information.
I am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
Yeah, we're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organic. IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutrigreen, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutrigreen barley.
Yes, thank you, amazing organic barley. And for more information, just message through email jess@esquilio.de.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us today here on Talk Alley as we get to know a book author who just recently published her book here in Germany.
Yes, how exciting, Mike. I love books. Do you love books?
Yes, of course, I love books. They enlighten us. They
Really?
bring
What
our
was the last
minds.
book you read?
Huh? Harry Potter. Yes, I read them over and over again.
Yeah, and watch them too.
Yes, preferably watching, but I also love to read.
Okay. We had guests before who are book authors as well. We had Ryan Boris who published his book entitled I Want to Learn the Guitar Book Too.
Yes,
And of course,
and of course we had also Bless Chavez Bernstein, who published her first non-fiction book entitled In the Typhoon's Eye. Here we see the book cover of Bless.
yes. Yeah, she was amazing. Amazing. She was
Yes.
she was also here with us last time to help when we had a fundraising for Dino. She was a
Yes.
guest as a soprano, and she rendered a beautiful Filipino song for us. So that's Bless Chavez Bernstein in the Typhoon's Eye. So those books are available of Vincent book authors Vincent Ryan Boris and Bless Travis Bernstein are both available on Amazon.
Check them
So
out.
grab your copies now. And now our guest for today is the creator and partner at Multilingual Kumbak, co-founder and owner, dance teacher, hip hop and commercial dancer, also a photographer, stylist, creative artist, works at Lumerland EV. She is currently at Stad Kulmbach, Bayern, Germany. She went to study at the University of Santo Tomas. She took architecture and fine arts. That's where my mother also went. So
Mhm.
University of Santo Tomas. And also my cousin's son now, Aaron Joss. Congratulations for entering University of Santo Tomas as well.
Congratulations.
So, the author of Exciting Colorful Journey. Ladies and gentlemen, book, please welcome to Talk Alley, book author Sharon Back.
Hello, Sharon. Welcome to Talk Alley. How are you?
Hello, hello. Good
Hello,
morning.
hello,
Good morning.
Sharon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon and good good afternoon, Germany,
And good
and
evening,
good evening,
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yes. Welcome to Talk Alley. So we're
Well,
really wonderful and excited.
Yes.
You coined the word, so we're also excited, yes, to
yes,
have you in the show today.
yeah,
So,
it's quite
Yes.
exemplary.
yeah. Guys,
Extraordinary.
in our comment section, you may also share with us what was your unforgettable, exciting, colorful journey.
Yes. Let's
Yeah.
begin, Sharon. Your
Great.
first question. When did you first realize you wanted to be a writer?
Well, poetry for me has always been like it's very organic ever since I learned how to write and draw. I started to rhyme things. It's just coming out fluidly for me. It's very organic. I would rhyme. I would, as a child, I'd sing, as a child, I'd look up to Lea Salonga.
Yeah,
And
everyone does.
fortunately, I got a chance to work with her.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And we're still very good friends. She's like a big sister to me. We call her Big Sis Manang. Hi, hello there.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just organic for me to rhyme things.
Okay. So poetry pushed her to start with
Poetry, yes,
writing. Yes.
yes,
How long did it take you to write your book, Exciting Colorful Journey?
yes. This is a great. I have a little anecdote to tell you about this.
Mhm.
The story came in my mind because the pandemic happened and we had to
Mhm.
shut down the kindergarten where I was working
Mhm.
for, and this happened around April, March, around this time, and we
Yes.
had to shut down for a couple of weeks. Everybody was in total dismay. Everybody was confused and scared. And I was sitting in the kitchen of the kindergarten. And our directress, our Leiterin, Katrin, she
Mhm.
said, "You guys keep doing something and prepare things or restructure your your syllabus for the children for what we were planning. Just think of something to do." And I was like, okay, think of something to do, and the best way to do is create a story for the kids that they don't feel scared,
Mhm.
that um, they still have something to do even if they're home. And I told
Yes.
our directress that maybe we can do an online class, even if we're in shutdown, that we can do a Zoom online class. And
Mm.
I presented this story. The story for me, I did it in 20 minutes, to be honest. I did
Wow.
the story in 20 minutes. I put it in my PowerPoint presentation. I started cutting boards and
Yes.
colorful eggs, and voila, I developed the story in 20 minutes. And then I presented it to the children in that week. So we have something for English class because I'm
Mhm.
actually doing an English circle for this kindergarten.
Okay.
That German children. I just wanted to explain that for the Filipinos, I'm actually teaching English to German children,
Mhm.
ages two, from 2 years old to around 6 and 7.
Okay.
And yeah,
So,
I presented it to them, and then came another lockdown in Germany around November, December. This is when I started to illustrate the book. I
Oh, see,
started.
you did your own illustration as well.
I did my own illustration, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I approached a couple of friends from college
Uh-huh.
because I wasn't really, I haven't painted for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as an artist, you doubt your you doubt your talent once in a while when you haven't practiced it. And I approached a couple of friends if they could do the illustration, but unfortunately they have other things to do. And I told myself, okay, just believe in yourself, just do it, and I did it. Yeah.
Okay, the kindergarten. Yes. So, because I also saw you a dance teacher for hip hop. This is
Yes.
Yeah,
From
also for the little ones, or
yeah, yeah. We founded the dance school around 2015.
okay,
It's actually been I've been actually itching to do it since I moved here because I have been actually teaching in the US. This has been my bread and butter to teach children dance.
okay,
I did it in New York, I did it in California, I did it in Oregon, and I felt like it was my calling. So after giving birth to my two wonderful children, it has been itching inside of me. And then finally in 2015, I said, okay, just do it. It's always like, just do it.
I
And
love to
yeah, we
hear that.
founded
Yeah.
Kulmbach Dance Center. My partner is 30 years or 35 years already teaching ballet. And I'm the one teaching the modern hip hop crazy
Very interesting.
choreographies. Yes.
yes, such
From
a
3-year-olds. Yeah, we have 3-year-olds to adults.
so you're both passionate. You're very passionate dancer.
Yes.
Yes, you are, right? Because of your background, you've been dancing
Yes.
like forever.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now there's a transition. Now you're now a book author. So how does,
I
how
think
is that
I think those things go
from
in
being a
parallel,
dancer?
don't you
Yeah.
think? Parallel things like dance school and being a writer.
Okay. So
Okay,
how is that for you? Was that
it's
easy
always been
transition?
yeah, that's actually an amazing question, which for me, I only have one word to describe it. It's journey.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. And
Life
every
is a
day,
journey.
yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
every day is a journey.
Life is a journey. I always am open to when my next phase is gonna be in life. I I I feel myself. I try to hear my inner voice where my artistic side is leading me. And then when I feel the energy, when I feel it's right, I just do it. And fortunately, and I'm very thankful to everything, the people around me, the people who support me, my friends, my family, and God, that people react to what I'm doing. There's an effect of the action I give, and I'm just very grateful because I think what I do, anything I do artistically is very honest.
Mhm.
It's really coming organically from me, and people see it.
Okay. Yeah, I can connect a bit there in the light of dancing because I love dancing since I
Yeah,
was
there you go.
imitating Michael Jackson.
Maybe we can
and-
dance something together later.
Yeah, sure. I got a little bit rusty though, but still back in university.
Filipinos
clubs.
never get rusty.
Yes, that's true.
We
You
agree
got me
It's
there.
in our
No,
blood.
we agree about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flowing.
We agree about that journey though from you
Yeah.
being a dancer, then now being a software engineer,
Software engineer,
for the,
yes.
for the European Space
Yeah,
Association,
but I still have the blood, like it's in me. Okay,
and a podcaster. We never expected to start this. Also, we
Yes.
started this podcast, this broadcast, also
Yeah.
because of the pandemic, just like you.
Yeah, it's
So,
very new, right?
Yeah.
But you're doing it I mean, when you Maria, when you approached me, because
Yeah.
before I really say yes to anyone, and I'm very careful, I really look first.
Yeah.
And when you approached me, I checked it out, and I'm like, wow, legit. It looks great. The logo, how they're doing it, it's super
Yes.
clean, you know, and
Yeah.
it's clean, and it's not cheesy. It's nothing like this. And I mean, I hope you guys really get a lot of subscribers, and I hope you get a lot of audience. This is very new, and it's very
Yeah.
refreshing in Germany. Very refreshing.
Yes.
We need
Yes.
something
Yes.
like this.
Thank you.
Even because we
More
also
power.
try to thank you. We also try to engage the people that were in the community with, like, we're both in the IT industry, so we
Yeah.
also invite them in our show. So the
Oh, I'll
Germans
tell
are
my
also.
brother. I'll tell my brother in Australia.
Oh,
Shout out
that's
to my brother
wonderful.
over in Melbourne. He's in
Hello.
IT.
Hello to
He's in
Melbourne.
IT. Yes,
He's
he's
also
in IT.
so we're both in the IT industry, so we try to reach out to that community as well and invite them in the show. So
Great.
yeah, because we are in the IT industry, we really try to make everything work. It would be horrible if, I mean, in the beginning we had a hard time because we were just starting, but the main focus of the show is to really reach out in the community, because
Mm-hmm.
we know that there some of the OFWs here and around the world are alone and away from their families. So we just wanted
Yeah.
to reach out to them.
Yes.
That's basically the point of this show.
Feeling connected.
Yeah. So we want to connect.
Okay.
Anyway, back to you.
Let's get back to
Yeah.
you, and let's get right to the book that you were
Yeah.
publishing.
Yes.
Was Exciting Colorful Journey your first published book, or when did you write your first book, and how old were you?
Published or
Or just your interest. Did you try writing before Exciting Colorful Journey, or
oh
this is the
yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I've started writing my notebooks when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's all about songs and poetries. It's always have been a collection of poetries for me ever since in high school. But this is really officially my very first published book.
Published.
I self-published it. Yes.
So I guess we're gonna have another book collection of poetry from you then.
There are a couple boiling. I will
Yeah.
say it out loud
Oh
now.
my God, so already.
Yes, it's on its way, and
Yay.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
And
Now
we're
the second
excited.
Yes,
We're
excited.
excited to feature those books again. We love to invite book authors as well in the
Yes.
show.
The second book is another illustrated book for children, but it taps into a very emotional part of a person. It's actually an illustrated book for children, but it's also for everyone because it has something to do with emotion that everyone can relate, especially now. So
Yeah,
more than that, I'm not
definitely.
gonna say yet. We're gonna have another episode to feature it. Okay, you're gonna be the official.
For the launching, we hope we're
Yeah,
there.
let's do that.
Yay!
Let's do that.
Nice.
I myself is a book club member here in Frankfurt. So we really, yeah, I am really into books, and we feature a lot of books in the book club.
Yeah.
We always like buy the book and read the book and talk about the book in our book club here in Frankfurt. So yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of women in our club who are members and, very actively participating in that club. Anyway, so
The thing
what?
about the book is
Yes.
just something that I really want to discuss about is that when I did this, it's
Mhm.
first a story. It is a very simple story. Each child can get it right away, but it's actually not only for children, it's also for adults because anyone who would see the story or read the story can also relate. Plus, if you want to learn language, this is the best way to do it because it's very simple, and then you have vocabularies after. So what I did basically, because I thought, okay, what would be, it's just, okay, a story is a story. Everyone can have a story. Everyone can read a story. It is a wonderful story, but what use can it still be? So what I did was, because I'm an English teacher, I did a book. I divided it into two parts. One part is originally, of course, in English. And then the second part, I told the story again, but it has free translation.
Okay.
So either you can get the book in German, you can get the book in Italian, you can get the book in French, in Dutch, in Spanish.
So it's side by side.
Back to back.
It is.
back.
I'll show you.
Yes.
So
yes.
the first part here is English. So you open it, and it starts telling you the story in English. And then you move on, you finish the book, and there's my message, because that's basically the big message.
Yes.
And then you have the second part, which is in Dutch, in German.
Ah, that's nice.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I tell the story again, everything in that language. And then at the end, you see, and then it's the same, but it's in German.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, at the end, at the back, you have the list of vocabularies.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And to
this is,
support the book, I made a workbook.
oh, that's
Because
wonderful.
you cannot, you cannot,
Yeah.
especially for children. I created a workbook because I always have what you called Arbeitsheft, no? Worksheet. After I do my circle with the children, I always prepare something for them to work on, to retain what they've learned from me that day. So I thought maybe I could do the same with the book. So I just, created a workbook that they can practice their vocabularies and just retain what they have learned from it, just an
That's so
exercise.
nice. Being a mother myself, and I have a 6-year-old, and we have so many books here and workbooks at home.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend this to all the mommies out there. This is really good, especially we're stuck at home most of the time, and this is really good for your children.
Yeah, and it's
Especially
not
there's
just
a
about the
workbook.
vocabularies. They also learn math,
Ah, I love that.
and they
Yes.
learn how to follow the lines.
Yeah.
Really follow the lines, and there's art in it as well, because I really try to put everything I can, as much as I can, in hitting a lot of birds in one stone. So if you say learning English, it has to also be practical. So practicality meaning learning and understanding English instructions and then doing it practically. So within that, they also learn artistic skills, math skills, understanding, language. So everything, try to put it together.
So I know a lot of mommies definitely would recommend this. I know mommies who just moved here. I know mommies who just gave birth, who has so many kids.
Ah, there you go. Yes.
I would definitely recommend this book to them.
And this is available on Amazon already?
It's all available in Amazon Global Market. They get they're in France, they can order it. They're in Germany, they're in Holland, they're in Belgium, in Spain, in the US, in Canada, in Singapore. They can order it. In Australia, they can order it.
We will definitely order it.
Yes.
And for the people living in Bayan, in Kulmbach, Buchhandlung Friedrich, my books are there. They can pre-order there, they can order there, they can buy it straight from there, and I'd sign it. So,
oh wow, how lucky.
Yes.
Yeah. I left a few books there that I already have signed from our book signing a week ago, but you have to hurry because it's really, really selling right now.
Wow, congratulations.
But
Yeah.
I told the owner, hi Christine, if you're watching, I told the owner that if people order from her, I would go there and sign again. I just live
Oh,
here.
kind of you. That's nice.
It's
Yeah.
nothing. It's nothing.
It's actually really nice, especially for those book lovers
Mhm.
who really want to get a copy of your book. If you're gonna go back there and sign for them, it's really something. Yeah, I know. So
Okay, to our next question. What do you like to do when you're not writing? I know we heard already that you are in the kindergarten group, doing choreography, you're a photographer,
like me
and
as well.
you might
Oh,
be what you
great!
call
Let's
it.
do something together, Maria. I
Maria is
would
also a
want.
photographer. So you
Yeah.
it looks like you're very like overloaded. You have a lot of things to do. It's this like a time where you're idle
How
and
I
about your
have
work-life
kids.
balance, your
I have kids.
family?
I have
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Well, I haven't. My older one is turning 18 in October, and
okay.
my younger one turned 16.
Mhm.
So they practically have their own lives.
Yeah.
They're very independent children. What do I do in my idle time? I nap. Honestly, I'm a napper.
Yeah.
I can sleep while sitting. Um, no, no, but that's being honest. I do nap on my spare time when I can. That's luxury for me. And I cook. I'm a really intense hobby cooker. Like our intention actually while we moved to Germany was to make a sushi restaurant. That was
Okay.
our plan. I wanted to do a Japanese exotic Asian fusion
Mhm.
kitchen. I love to cook, like extreme from menu. I'd cook Indian, I'd cook Filipino, of course, Chinese. My mom is Chinese, so I was exposed to this kitchen and Spanish. My father is Spanish. I was also exposed to this kitchen. Um, I'd experiment and I'd go to extreme with cooking. And that's
No,
for me
not me.
relaxing. Like it's for me relaxing, and it's also cleaning the kitchen after I make a mess out of it. Baking extreme 3-layer cake. Thank you for my friend
Ooh.
Doris for teaching me how to do that. She's a great chef in Canada. And yeah, crazy things in the
I
Okay.
kitchen.
can only relate with the napping. We also have teenagers. We have a 14 and 17-year old who already has also a world of their own. So napping, I agree. Yes,
It's
definitely.
a luxury. Yeah, to live in Europe, napping
Yes,
as a
true.
mom is a luxury.
Yeah, no, we don't have days off. Like, I'm
Oh
stuck with it.
yeah.
You're working and you have a lot of work. You're just
Yeah,
multitasking every time.
and we have this huge garden. I it's actually very, I mean, I would recommend it. Singing to your plants. I have this greenhouse right now. I'm
You
raising
do
like
that?
Yeah.
zucchinis and tomatoes and
Yeah, Maria does
strawberries
that.
and cucumbers
Oh, strawberries
and
too.
yeah, and Thai peppers, the really, really hot,
Yeah,
spicy one. Yeah.
Maria
And
is currently growing chili.
yeah, it's nice to just go into that greenhouse and
Yes.
talk to them and be like, okay, today I'm gonna sing you.
You guys should meet in person. You have so many things in
Today
common.
I'm gonna sing.
Yes.
Today I'm gonna sing Miss Saigon because I never get to sing it. I'm gonna sing it to you. Or today I'm gonna sing something from Dua Lipa. It's just funny. It's
Okay.
actually relaxing because they don't speak back at you. They don't give you
So,
stupid comments.
oh, speaking of comments, do you hear what's the best comment from your readers so far that you've heard?
Mm, um, the best was actually more interesting. It's more interesting. The one that came from Holland. She um she bought the book. I think she lives in Holland, but I'm just not quite sure what her nationality is. And she told me because I believe she is a psychiatrist for children.
Okay.
And this is a stretch or a channel that I did not predict. She said she would even recommend it for her clients because it helps a person for their mental health. It gives them hope, and it provides hope, and it's very positive because the message is really positive. So that's it's for me something I did not expect, and that's for me quite the most impactful and interesting comment. I think it's in Google reviews. You could see it in Google reviews.
Okay.
Were there also like criticisms on your book?
I'm actually waiting for that up to now. I would
That's okay.
I would really gladly hear feedback, negative and positive. It doesn't matter to me because for me, any feedback or if it's negative, it's not really negative for me. I look at it as something for me to improve because there's always
Constructive criticism.
yeah, there's always a way or a chance for you to improve, and I would gladly want to hear that.
Okay.
Maybe like she should have drawn it properly, or I don't know, or I would be interested.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
also currently amazed that a psychiatrist was commenting on your book that it's going to use it for her clients. That is,
It's good for the mental health of people, then
yes.
that's really good.
yeah. But
We need it
I
right
think
now.
it's very because the story is very simple.
Mm.
And I based it in this egg character. I mean, an egg is really very destructive. And if you think of an egg, it's white. There's no color. It's breakable. But I used it, and at the end, you find out that it's not. It's actually not. You just need change to process it. You just need a little push to make it better. You boil an egg, it's hard. Even if it breaks, it has a second shell.
Also true. So let's move to our next question, which is:
Yeah.
Are you comfortable in creating books for children or both? Or is your book for a certain age group, or anyone can
Yeah,
read
she
them?
mentioned earlier anyone can read them.
Yes.
But are you more comfortable creating children's book?
Well, basically because I'm working with children all the time. I know how they think. I know that I need to help them further. There's I feel like I need to present more message to children nowadays. That's why I'm more focusing on this audience. But no, because my next books won't not just be for children. It's also for young adults and adults. But now my focus are the children because of the first book. But most likely no, not really.
So, growing up, what is your favorite book?
Oh, growing up.
Yeah.
Well, the first one that struck me was The Bridges of Madison County.
Wow. Okay.
And then, like I just mentioned to a couple of friends of mine, and The Alchemist. This also struck me very hard. And Celestine Prophecy.
What were? How about your
These are the
favorite
three
author?
books.
Yeah. Who's your favorite author?
Oh, oh God, favorite author. I really don't have. I don't. It's just a story. I don't have a favorite author. Like I'm not. I'm just being honest. I
Mm-hmm.
like if I'm not like waiting if they're gonna be writing another book. But maybe Paulo Coelho. Yeah, Coelho. Coelho. There's
About
one.
Filipino literary work, have you read? How do you read them as well?
You mean classics? Like
Yeah, literary
Lemmy?
works like Luhalati Bautista's book and V.M. Gonzalez. Jose
Jose
Rizal.
Rizal.
Yeah, of
Jose
course.
Rizal for me
Yeah,
is
Jose
number
Rizal.
one. Jose
Yeah,
Rizal.
and
Jose
he had
Rizal
it.
is he
Yeah.
is a genius. He is a genius. He 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 said it already that the Philippines
Mm.
has cancer. That's cancer. And it is still living with cancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
He
a
had the
classic.
foresight.
I mean,
True.
it's Jose Rizal for me. When it comes to classic literature, it's Jose Rizal for me. El filibusterismo
Yeah.
blew me away.
Yes. It's still happening.
That's what I mean, right? It's
Yeah.
still happening. Everything that he put in that book is still reliving every single day, every single decade. It's just he's a genius.
Yeah, he
Genius.
was. He is a genius, and it's so relatable because he did that book here in Germany as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
No limit tangere. So
No limitang yes.
everything is relatable. We're here in Germany. We're Filipinos. He's a Filipino, and you're a writer. It's like
Yes.
wow.
All the good books come from Germany.
If you could
Yeah.
think about it, the Noli Me Tangere, it's like and reading Count of Monte Cristo.
Mhm.
It's like Count of Monte Cristo, but in a different level because
Yeah,
he
the
went back.
part two, the El Filibusterismo is the
Yes,
so because he
yes.
went back for
When he went
revenge.
back,
So dramatic.
very dramatic.
Yeah,
But this
very.
is what I love about him.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about him. It's not just about him as the
Yeah.
character. It's really about the political issue in this time. Can you imagine this time and it's still happening?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it is. And during his time also, he was attacking, the government and the people who were attacking our country and the people as well through his literary work. So it was amazing. It was like
Yeah.
hitting a lot of birds.
Yes, yes, yes. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I hope that the children in Europe, our children, for example, our children from Filipinos, children that are half Filipino, half European, they get to read this book. They get to learn about Jose Rizal.
I think in Berlin University, they are offering this as a subject. Learning Filipino and some and Filipino literary works, including Jose Rizal's
Wow.
work as well in Berlin. So and also in Heidelberg, where he went to school and lived. So I think they're also offering it there. Yeah, because we actually went to Heidelberg just to see everything that where Rizal went and read his published work in
Yes.
the library. We went there just for
Tracing
that.
his travels.
He has like a memoriam there, Jose Rizal.
He also has, but he had in where is it the
Yes,
part
it's
where he lived
located.
with
The location is Wilhelms Feld,
Wilhelms Place. Yeah.
close to Heidelberg. This is
Oh, I want to see
somewhere.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, he has a park there. This is the place where he lived with his pastor friend.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'd
he
look
lived
that
there
up.
with the family
Yeah.
of a pastor.
Yeah. Pastor Ulmer.
Ulmer, yeah,
Yes.
his friend. So he has a park there. But
I'd look that up.
in Heidelberg, there's a Jose Rizal Street,
Yes.
Strasse,
Mm.
Jose Rizal Strasse, and his works are also in the public library. If you go there, you can find some books, a lot of Filipino books actually.
Yes.
Oh, mine should be there.
Yeah, we love scouting libraries as well. We love books and we love to go to those historical places. So,
Yes.
yeah, we try to
But
explore.
honestly, with the technology right now and with all this tablets and sci-fi telephones that we have
Mhm.
right now. um, Books are being disregarded, and I don't want books to be extinct.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know, for me, smelling old books and smelling paper, printed paper
It
is
smells
still
good.
different.
Yes.
It still gives me goosebumps. And exactly why I really encouraging children to read classic book, like really flipping it and not on the tablet, and they're too much in the tablet the past few years
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
here
because
at
true.
of
home we
COVID.
have a library, so we really encourage our children to read. It's
Yes.
part of our life. I think we
And
really want them to read.
in every small town, you have these small bookshelves that are outside. Do you have that also at
Yeah, it's everywhere in
Kulmbach?
Germany.
Yes. And the kids always go there and then exchange the books and
Yeah,
they
I
read
think
them.
especially now during the lockdown, the demand for books increased actually.
Mm.
So more people. That's a good thing that this pandemic gave us as well. We went
One
back
of the
to yeah,
there's
one
so
of those
many
things
Yes,
that the
one
actually.
of
pandemic
the
gave us.
upsides.
We really went back to being with the family.
Mm.
We spent time with the family
Yes.
and also started doing things that we disregarded before, like reading
Yes,
books,
yes,
you
definitely,
doing crafts, painting, arts, everything that's
definitely.
we were passionate before and we disregarded that because of technology. This pandemic somehow gave us the opportunity to do it again.
Mm.
Yes,
So yeah, that's why we invited so many book authors already because most of them also did their work during the pandemic. So, our artistic side also came out during the pandemic. So that's a
yeah,
good thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's better to dwell on that than to succumb to what was negative,
Mhm.
because you get to be more productive, and then you get to see a clearer and more positive view of what's happening.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you need to do that, and we need to actually do that to each other.
Yeah, we are in the IT industry, and for me personally, IT should be an aid to people. Not it's a part of our life, but it's there to aid us. So there's still a portion of us who can still read, who can still do other things. It's just for aiding us, the
Mm.
technology.
Yes,
So anyway, back to your what do you think makes a good story?
reality.
Mm.
I'm being honest. Um, a good story is something that people can relate to because it's honest and it's real.
Mm.
Yes.
And especially in my third book, I'm planning to. My mom, she was worried because she says, "Don't tap into that. Some people
Okay.
might not understand where you're coming from, and it's too complicated and it's too controversial." But my third book is has an audience, and it is an issue that needs to be heard.
Mm.
And um, that's just an example. What just to clearly answer your question.
Mm.
A good story has to be real. A good story has to be honest, and a good story has to be something that people can relate to,
Mhm.
and a message. The message is very important.
Okay.
Okay. So
Is it too
Yes,
yeah,
intense? Okay, I'm
relatable
sorry.
message.
Now
no,
I'm like,
definitely agree because in our book club we usually like relate our emotions first. We have to be a part of the book. Like if you were this character,
Mhm.
that's how we interpret books in the book club. We talk about everything actually from cover to cover, from
yes,
the text they are using, from what the cover is like. We talk about everything. How do you
yes,
think the author wrote this? What do you think was the author thinking? If you were the character, that's like it takes hours until our book book discussion is over because we talk about everything, every detail in the book. We talk about it, including the illustration of the cover. We discuss everything, so we have to relate to it. And the best for me, for a book to be really good, is something that I can really relate to,
Yeah.
something that a lot of people can really relate to it. It touches the heart of people. It's very humane, so I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need that
Yeah.
right now for our mental health.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I
because
recommend.
it's actually very important, because for me as a book reader, um, you you tend to, when you read a book, you tend
Mhm.
to fantasize as well, how,
Yes.
when it's not an illustrated book, you have this free will to fantasize how the character looks like,
Mm.
guided by the description of the author. But then after a while, as you go through the story, and then you start feeling yourself in the story, this is when it affects you. This is when it could change you. This is
Mhm.
when it can inspire you. This is when it could motivate you to be someone.
Mhm.
And this is what's magical about the story.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
one question for me. As a child, what did you want to do when you grew up?
I wanted to be a doctor or lawyer actually. then And then I realized, okay, no, I don't have the patience. I want to finish because I want to do something else. But I've always wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer.
I took up law, so I'm here now.
I love writing really nasty letters. Like,
it's
I
it's the other
love,
way around for me.
yes,
I left the law world, the legal world.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was too tired of listening to the problems of other people.
yes, yes, yes. And trying to
Anyway,
solve it.
yeah, I have to solve everything. They create the problem, and you have to create the solution.
Yeah, I love that though. I love that. Like, give me a problem. I won't give you something to hammer the problem, but I would give you a solution to the problem. I'd rather focus on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who was
Law.
your inspiration for writing your book, Exciting Colorful Journey? Besides the pandemic.
My children.
Yeah,
My
of course.
children. My two children.
What do they say about it?
I even dedicated the book to them because they're growing up.
Mm.
They're adults, and I want them to remember that they need to believe and be brave out there, because sooner or later they will be stepping out into the world and finding their own adventures. And the little things in life that get them depressed, the little things in a day that get them sad, they shouldn't give up.
Mm.
They
Yes.
should really believe in themselves. The human being can only process up to a certain percent of their brain. If they can process up to 30% or just 15%, they'll have superpowers. So you just really have to believe in yourself and have that willpower and never give up. A lot of children nowadays, in their age, young adults, they've become depressed because of the situation. They've become so sad. They're lost. A lot of psychiatrists are very busy right now because a lot of children are so displaced.
Mhm.
Too much social media.
Mm.
And then they're online doing classes. There's no
Yes.
social contact. So I want them to remember that at this time, and with what happened and with their everyday life, when they move on with their lives, no matter what, do not give up, believe, and be brave.
And what do your kids think when you publish your book? When they
Well, my
first read
eldest
it?
my eldest one, he was like, "Mom, I can't believe you just did this in a year."
Just
I can't believe you. That's unfair because other people, it takes them a lifetime. I can't believe that in 6 months you've published a book. That's just not fair.
Yeah. So
What's the
that's
most
really,
interesting? Yeah.
what's the most interesting that they said?
The most interesting? Um, Basically it's their reaction. It's just like they can't believe. And then I told them, exactly the message of the book.
Uh-huh.
You have just got to do it and be brave and just believe in yourself. You just got to.
Yes.
You just have
Agree.
to.
Yeah. So here, technically, what's the first thing that they need to do for those who want to write or have their books published? Would you have to find a publisher,
Yes,
seek a publisher?
How was it for you?
How was it for you?
Well, for me, it wasn't a question of finding a publisher anymore because I wanted it out right away
Mhm.
because of the message, like I said, and because I wanted to reach out to as many children as I can
Mhm.
because of the pandemic and the message of this book. And I found out in Amazon that you can publish yourself.
Mhm. Yes.
I studied it and worked through the process,
Yeah.
lay out the technical process as well.
Mhm.
And then I just did it. I would just suggest self-publishing
Yeah,
because it
there's so
would take
many actually.
forever. It would take forever for a publisher to get you.
Yes.
Forever.
Yeah, some of my friends are doing the same thing. There's so many actually technology, companies offering that right now. You can just, even
Yeah.
in photography, you can have a coffee table book and they can just make it for you. So
Well, I've
here in
actually
Germany,
been doing that. Yeah, I've
yeah.
done that already back. I started doing that back in 2011, 2012, because I did a series of different kinds of photographies around here. I did Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
I turned my friends here in Kulmbach into Game of Thrones characters. And then we shot. Yeah, I'll show you later. It's so much fun.
That's
I
always
turned them into Game of Thrones characters. It's so inspiring here to live in Europe because it's just every corner of this wonderful continent is an inspiration. So I did a series of Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
It was actually in the newspaper around here. Yeah. They featured my work, and then I also, and I'm not actually finished. I'm also doing Märchenland. It's called Märchenland. I'm turning my friends into fairy tale characters.
With
I
Riding Hood.
did, I did Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, okay.
Rapunzel. I did the Schneekönigin,
Mm-hmm.
Eiskönigin, the Snow Queen. I did. Let me recall. What else? Oh, I did Sleeping Beauty, Dornröschen.
That's fun. That's really fun.
Yeah.
I know it already. Yeah, just creating the costume and making the location feel like in a fairy tale is really amazing.
Yeah, because
Especially if
you
you
go
love
into the
photography.
woods and everything
Yeah.
is there. You have moss, you have mushrooms, you have big trees, you have this shadow. That's just
Yes.
like fun. Let's do this.
Have you been to Iceland?
Not yet. I would
Oh
want
my
to.
God.
Yeah.
Yes, it's another planet.
The polar light. Yeah, I would.
Everything is just like you're in another planet. The landscape there is different because it's all from the volcanic, rocks, and everything is just different, including the plants. They look strange. So, anyway,
Moving
so
to our last
yeah.
questions.
no, not last, but do you have okay? How about financially?
Yes.
Does it cost a lot to write a book and have it published in the benefit of our listeners? So, how is it going to? Are they going to spend a lot of money if they
No,
want to?
Yes.
no, not at all.
Yes.
The wonder of self-publishing in Amazon is, and Amazon, you need to pay me for this. No, I'm kidding. The wonder of being an Amazon author is you have this choice to have um, pay. You only pay for the printed stuff. So if you have an order, then it gets then you have it printed out. And the amazing part of this, they have printers all over the world. They have sources all over the world.
Yeah.
So you tap and say, okay, I need 4 books in Italy. You go to your portal as a publisher or a publisher and an author. You order those books and you have it sent. Or people, because of the wonderful Amazon.com market, they have their own account. They order, it gets printed, it gets delivered to them. I don't need to stock up. I don't need a warehouse. I don't need to order 500 copies and sell it like, from zero.
Do you
No.
print it, or is it Amazon printing? in the
Amazon
country where
prints
it's
it for
ordered?
me. Amazon does it all for me.
Oh, okay.
So I hope everyone who's dreaming to become a published author, has learned about this. So the technical side of
Yes.
publishing a book. So our last question: what advice would you like to give to our friends and followers and your followers who aspire to become a writer or book author someday? Do you have any suggestions to help them become a better writer? If so, what are they?
Well, if you haven't gotten that notebook and piece of pencil yet,
You should.
because everyone has their own artistic material, and I'm really the type of, I have to have my notebook and I have to have my pencil because I sketch on the side. If you haven't gotten that yet, make sure that whatever story you want to tell is coming from your heart. Because if it's just coming from another channel, forget it. Forget it. It has to come from your heart.
Yes. We agree 100%.
Yes.
Always have, the everything will be more honest, it's real.
And then everything will just fall into place. It's a
Exactly.
domino effect.
Yeah. So there. So please promote your book again, and where can they get it?
All right. Everyone and mga kababayan ko sa Pilipinas,
Yes.
and for die Menschen, die jetzt aus dem YouTube-Kanal schaust aus Deutschland, I'd like to invite everybody to purchase my book. It's a wonderful, exciting, colorful journey, very colorful for children and children at heart and adults who want to learn a new language. You can get them in Amazon, order them in Amazon, the storybook and workbook. And for the people living in Bayan, you can go to Buchhandlung Friedrich and in Kulmbach, and you can get my book there, even signed. Now, for those who want to have their book signed or order it straight from me, you can message me on Instagram at Sharon B Photos. Message me there, send me a hi or a wave and say, hey Sharon, I want to get your book with a signature, and I will make everything possible for you via PayPal. And it will be sent to you with my signature and a long message. I don't just sign, I give something there for you guys as a
Cool.
message. That is also possible. And I believe that my book is also available in Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble. Not just Amazon, but Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble. Okay. Thank you so much for being with us today. We're really honored to have you in our
Yes,
show.
thank you for gracing us.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, TalkAlley. You guys,
Thank you, thank
more
you,
power.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And also, we wish you all the best in all of your endeavors here
Yes.
in Germany. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
And
much.
we hope you
Thank
continue.
you for having
and we want to be a part of your launching next week. Next week
Definitely.
already. Next time. I'm so sorry.
Week?
I'm so excited.
A
Next
tad
week
too
already.
early,
Launch
Maria.
another
A tad
book.
too early.
So next time, I hope we'll be a part of your launching, and we're really
That's
excited.
a go. That's definitely a go. I'll think of marketing strategies already.
Yeah, I'm also a part of marketing, so just keep in
Wow.
touch.
Yeah,
And-
actually,
yeah.
for my second book, I'm working with a really, really amazing artist. She's a college friend of mine. She works in Dubai,
Mhm.
head artistic head art director of I think an agency, how do you call it? Advertising agency.
Mhm.
And she's a really great illustrator, and I'm so honored to work with her with the second book. Very honored.
Yeah.
So very exciting, crazy illustrations coming.
Okay, thank you, Sharon, for being with us on Talk Alley.
Yeah. We really,
Thank you
really
as well.
appreciate your time. Thank you and good
Thank
luck.
you.
See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you, viewers and listeners of Talk Alley. Thank you for being with us for this week's episode. We will see you next week, Sunday, around the same time, 1 p.m. This is Mike.
And I'm Maria, and this
This
is
is Talk Alley.
See you all again next week.
Bye.
And keep spreading the love.
Yes, stay safe.